All right, Coach, we're about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They go play action. Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff, Johnson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security. And they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter.
Hey, gotta go.
On first down, they run with Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They begin the drive with Johnson. Room to run inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. As David Johnson works his way back from the wrist injury, what are the hesitations, the cautions for him?
Well, number one, you want to make sure he's got full strength in the wrist because he's going to carry the football an awful lot, so ball security is important. And you definitely want to make sure there's flexibility there because he's been such a great pass catcher in the past. You want to make sure he gets back to being able to do that as well.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss. And that'll lead to a 4th down. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
Let's go, let's go.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Out left side here to Bryant. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Rosen. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Watch it now, Barney!
Rosen now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Leopard!
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from the desert after this. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Now let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Dawson's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. And he's got room.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Over the middle to catch by Coleman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath. On the check down, nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. The Pro Bowler, Patrick Peterson, back deep for Arizona. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now Rosen on 1st down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They try the left side with Johnson. And down he'll go at the 25. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Andy Lee now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is taken at the 18. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, gotta go. 18.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Trubisky now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll give to Howard. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Let's go. Gotta go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He finds Coleman. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This is Howard. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Let's go.
On first, they go right back to Howard. Down right around the 25. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hurry, hurry!
Now it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
All right, here we go.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A carry for the big fullback. This is Derek Coleman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 22.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Rosen, caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Lynch in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Aaron Lynch, of course, came to Chicago in free agency from San Francisco.
An excellent pass rusher. 12.5 sacks his first 2 years with the 49ers. Injuries have limited him recently, but they're hoping he can be the great complement to Leonard Floyd on the other side getting after quarterbacks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. Give him 14 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, here's Rosen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They get it to him running left. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Again, it's Trubisky. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down, check. Now let's go. All right, now look at 56. Let's go.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And that is incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Gotta go.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, gotta go.
They go play action. Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 64 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Hey, gotta go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Trubisky to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamar Taylor, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
All right, here we go.
They go to Johnson again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Leopard!
And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. And some room to work. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run it with Johnson. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Onto the field now come the Bears. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy.